So in the last time, I think we just practice example to mimic the heartbeat, right? By using a delay. And the next, we will go. In the last time we practice fade in, fade out, like the breeze. So we use the PWM. Means that in your Arduino, you can find in your digital I/O number 11, 10, 9, 6, 5, and 3 has a symbol like this one. It means that in this port they can provide a variation of the output. That's what we call the PWM. Okay, so based on that, this is a pulse width modulation. With that, we can mimic the behavior of the breath. Okay, so in the last time we used the example from the basics fade. Okay, I don't know. Can you see that? Okay. So in the last time we have a very quick practice of the fade in and the fade out. So in the final, we just discussed can we figure out at least two different ways to do the fade in and the fade out. One way is change the delay time, right? In a code, you can change the delay here. Okay, so we can change the rate, and otherwise we can change the number of the brightness here, or fade out amount here. So each time we may add fade amount 5 from the 0 to the 255, right? Because this is the 8-bit, means that the 2 power A. So if we can change the rate, we can change the fade amount to increase or decrease the rate of the breath. Okay, so in the last time, we just use a single one LED to show a fade in and a fade out. So right now, can you use, you can have a practice right now to use at least 3 LED to mimic the breath. The step going up and going down. So please think about it, how to do that. One is very easy, increase, decrease with the fade in and fade out. But how about if you use 2, how can we increase and the next 5 LED increase correspondingly and decrease step by step. Okay, so think about it. So right now we can practice this. Okay, how can we do that? 你就跟他们一组，好不好？那你要不要先跟他们先一组 ？OK， 你们先一起啊。
Je peux pas les mettre en série. Tu les mets en série, tu vas pouvoir gérer les années. Non, c'est vrai.
C'est juste on fait 3 dés donc. Après 3
我们还是通风一下好了。 我们那个窗帘要不要开一下？会不会比较好？
可能会太亮。
哦，太亮了，还好啦，还好。好，这样可以，这样可以。好，这样可以了，那不用。So think about it, how to have a in the program, you may think about how to have a sequence to the fade in and the fade out. Okay, but if you feel that it is difficult, maybe you can try the first the 2 LED first. Okay. I think you need to assign each LED into a different pin of the PWM. Yeah. Okay. And have a coding with the. You need to control each LED with the coding. So you can base on an example of a basic fade-in, okay, and change the code by yourself. Change code by yourself.
Travailler l'Arduino, hein, j'ai fait ça toute la semaine. Prends les gens,
Les 256. Et là, on est plus loin.
I think you can use the fading example and the change line based on that and change line may be much easier. Okay. Yeah, you can. I think you can open that example from the basics and change the code. Oh, OK。所以他在台上，那你先跟其他同学一起先去看一下，去看。
C'est quoi ça? Faut que je retienne parce que.
Ouais, mais en fait, soit tu mets ton 9 là, ou soit tu mets le derrière, tu mets ton.
Donc je prends juste là. À partir de là.
Ça, tu vas porter dessus.
Ah, j'écris dessus.
Mais j'ai ouais, Et tu vois, on peut utiliser leur boucle, c'est ça. Si c'est inférieur à un certain nombre, on prend plus. Quand je regarde sur
Laisse pour l'instant.
Ouais, là, je vais 3 donc je l'ai dit qu'on commençait. C'est juste le décalage.
Faut que tu allumes celle-là, ensuite celle-là et ensuite celle-là. Donc là, on fait la 9, c'est ça?
En gros, tu laisses un délai.
Delay, effectivement écrit un analog write avec une
Genre, une variable. Je sais qu'il était reçu une
Ça, c'est
genre,
une.
en mode i égale, c'est vraiment au début, c'est pas i égale. Donc, du coup,
Et je le mets là.
un truc genre si ça commence avec
Any groups
Bah, après,
have a problem?
le délai.
I think this is a very good hint for you. You need to control each LED with the code and have a sequentially coding with
En
that.
plus, là, on a des brightness, et du coup, elles ont toute la même variable.
on a une solution pour la corrélation. Si il y a besoin,
Faut mettre qu'il y en a une, c'est l'intensité x 1 et le deuxième x 2.
voilà, ça aussi. Alors, est-ce que, si vous voulez, c'était que quand le troisième était au max, quand le
Ok.
这边有没有想出来要怎么控制？
第一个要怎么？就是mis le truc de balance.
C'est dans les trucs qu'on a fait.
le programme de la semaine dernière, encore dessus.
Le table mouse, faut en faire un pour chaque fois aussi.
Je pense qu'on peut garder la même, et comme ça, on peut prendre une place. Ça va vraiment galère.
Bah, je sais pas, parce qu'il faut du change de valeur.
C'est pas grave, c'est sur le genre de feuille de monde qui est constant.
Ah, regarde, le change de valeur.
Mais juste le lycée, mais
Bah,
du coup, c'est le, si tu mets 9, c'est toujours plus 9 ou moins 9. Du coup,
oui, mais du coup, voilà, pour le truc d'après, on va pouvoir. Voilà, pour le réinitialiser entre à chaque fois.
电路板的切啊，这个哎，
Attends,
上次没有学吗？
有那时候忘记了，
下载讲就好。
我们来下载。
一样啊，你直接接上去就可以了，跟那个 LED 它最基本的那个 LED 是一样的。你一样看你的 pin 是用哪一个，还是用第几个？那你就要用去。接到哪一整齐？
Parce que là, ils vont tous s'aligner et s'attendre en même temps.
所以它这个找出来的是。
Mais on a mis même des.
长的就是这里。
C'est là, il se
You can think about
first, like the first second, you have the 3 LEDs like
you can think if you try to use the 3, maybe this one first increase,
and then the other one are
and then the second one increase follow with a sequentially, and the third one.
yeah, first like there is 1 or 2 or 3 LEDs first 1, the 3 are like the first one.
I think the first one is 1 is okay. Okay, you can just lie down the first one, and the second one lie down again, and the third one lie down again. This is the very the simple case ever. Okay, but if you try to have like I mean, if you try to mimic with the step very smoothly, so you can think about how to change. Okay, everyone. I think this is not an easy task, but a simple way. The first simple way is that if you have a 2 LED, okay, you can light on the first one and have an increase, and the second light on the second one LED and an increase, and the fade in inversely. This is the simple case. But however, if you try to have a smooth fade in and fade out between the first one and the second one LED, you can think about how to combine the fading sequence. I mean, when you fade in and the next LED will fade in again. I mean, without the gap. I mean, the smooth transfer to the fading amount and the fade out again inversely. Okay, this is a smoothly case. So think about it. But I may ask you to have a simple homework, maybe the second one after the class, because I think right now it is not so easy for you to program. Okay, but we need to forward to going to the next. So right now you the three are simultaneously lighting on and off, right? But think about how to have a sequential. Okay, light on and fade out.
Ça, c'est le temps que ça arrive, ça grille. Et sur les plus, ça va rien changer. D'abord, c'est la s'allume, et que ça va genre, il faut que celle-là, elle commence ensemble avec celle-là.
C'est l'heure de la brightness de 10 fois le programme. Mais il faut qu'il y en a qui.
Okay, so everyone, maybe we may have a small homework to think about how to perform a very smooth fade in and fade out more than the 2 LED. So this is our new homework for you. Okay, and I think you already see some product like this one made for you, right? Okay, so you can see in Taiwan we can buy that everywhere. So this is the same idea. Okay, same idea. So you can, if you have a different kind of the LED source, I mean a different kind of the color. So how about to use Arduino to have a coding and change the light with a different color and fade in and fade out smoothly. Okay, so this is I think if you can do by the Arduino, so you can have a product like this to sell. Okay. And next, I would like to show you an idea of the digital input. Because in the previously, we just talking about the digital output with PWM, right? Power width modulation. But here, if you assign the digital I/O as the input, okay, so you can receive some a command or some action from outside, or what we call the digital input. So here we also have a very good example. So please open Arduino, and you can find. Sorry, my keyboard has a problem. Oops. Okay, so you can find an example in the digital button here. Oops. Sorry. Ay. And please, you can open the example here, back 6, the digital with the button here, and the second one, digital button. Okay, now please follow here the instruction of the configuration, and you can find a button toolkit. Yes, you can find a button toolkit here. Okay, so next we are trying to use this button just like the switch. If you push the button and the light will light on. So please, here, if I can close this one. Okay, this is the button. Okay, and so we have 4 pins. Okay, and this means that we need to do this. Okay, but however, this is not the complete configuration. So please follow this one. Yes. Please follow this one. And may we have 2 as input, and 13 provide the LED source for the to the light on. Okay. So please have a configuration first here. So maybe I can do again. So the pin 2 is the what we trying to have a power supply from a pin 13, and the pin 2 is the input for the button. Okay, so please do the configuration by yourself. If you cannot see, you can. Okay. So here you can find we still use the pin 13 for the power supply to the LED. Okay. And we also use the power of the maybe 5 DC voltage. So you can find here. If we will apply the 5 voltage, so right now I give input of the electrical the source of the 5 volt DC into this button, and when the button pushed, means that the circuit is connected, and going to the pin 2 means that pin 2 is the digital input. So when the pin 2 receives the signal based on this voltage and connect with the button, so I can get a message. When I receive the message from the pin 2, then I trigger on the pin 13 to light on the LED. So this is the coding. You can find the coding inside of the. Okay, so let us check.
C'est le noir en bas.
C'est un moteur spécial justement.
Non, j'ai réfléchi.
Okay, you guys already done with that? Not yet?
J'ai
Mais regarde ton bouton, là, et ça, c'est quoi ça?
Okay, can everyone done with that? Not yet? So you can find this code is very easy. Here you can assign here pin mode 2 is the input and the pin 13 is the output. So here they use the if structure. Okay, if structure. If the button state is high, means that the pin 2 already receive the signal from push the button. And then if this true, so we can have a digital write with the pin LED 13 one, the state into high. Okay, else turn off, means that it's there is no input of the pin 2 and we will shut down. but right now maybe I have some problem with that. So you can find when I push the button a little bit late. I think maybe some of the power supply. Okay, but actually when you push the button, the LED should be light up. Okay， 可以吗？你们可以吗？
它一直点不到那个 Arduino 版。
Arduino 版连不到。没有。你要看你的工具有没有上。
对啊，我说
拔起来再一次。那时候是一次。再看一下。有时候要拔起来再一次。
已经拔好几次。
对。欢迎大家看。开发版的用一下那个，用另外一台试试。So can you do that? Push the button.
Yes, no.
Not yet. So you finish that?
No.
No response?
Yes.
Don't work.
No.
Huh? Use pin 13.
We just do this, right?
You guys upload yes button. You already uploaded. Yeah.
This one. Just a moment.
Oh.
Maybe some power supplies. Because it should be light on, right? And then push the button. Maybe change to this one and check again. Okay, change to this computer. Can you make it? No response? Why? First to the negative.
Oh, you see this?
So you guys open already uploaded.
Yeah.
It's strange. Maybe you can remove the registers. Okay, just give the yes. Yeah, the same problem. Okay, so let me check later because in the last time I can do that every time.
Le besoin fait face à l'urgence du retour du sentiment français à l'étranger.
Okay, so maybe we can practice it later. I think the concept is okay, but I found that in the last time it is okay for me. But right now I found this is the same problem of after upload the LED, the push button example. But here you can find it is a very simple idea. Just I say, I give a current, I mean the voltage to the button, and when I push the button, it means that the circuit is connected and have a message to the pin 2, right? And based on the coding, if a pin 2, if structure, if pin 2 is high, then we trigger on the 13 and the LED should be light on. But I don't know why, a little bit strange with that. Okay, so maybe let me check later. Okay, so you already learned the digital read. Okay, so from this digital read, you can assign any digital I/O as an input. Okay, so this is a very simple way for the program. And for this program, we already show you the if structure. If you already learned some C or the C++ or the Python, the Python is a different, but the structure is the C base. So if this is true, then we have a digital write into high. That means 13, the pin 13, the state will be high. Otherwise, will be low. Okay, so this is the idea. But make sure that if you try to use Boolean operators, especially for the equal, I know that some of students may only use the one equal symbol. But for the Boolean operations, if you try to compare A is equal to B or not, you need to use the double symbols of the equal. Okay, and this is a non-equal, larger equal, small equal. Okay, so this is I think the basics of this. I'm so sorry because in the last time I already did this and it works. So maybe in a break time you can try it out and find out the problem by yourself. Okay, but next I would like to go into the very unique step for the LoRa. So please, we now have 4 groups, and each groups will have LoRa BIOS. Okay. And please careful with that. When you try to connect the LoRa module, this is the LoRa module, okay, like the phone. You need to connect the antenna first, or otherwise if you connect to the power, this module will be burned out. Okay, and here this is the corresponding configuration of the USB dot. Okay, so this module is for you. And for you, new one. and this is USB. Okay, this is for you guys. Yes,
It's working.
working right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We change this.
Into the other side.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I see, I see. You change the direction of the button. Okay. Okay. Let me. So you can try to maybe later. Is a wire need to connect to the other side of the button. 你们试一下是不是这个原因？Good, good. Maybe I have a wrong configuration at first when I prepared the PowerPoint. Okay, and this is for you.好，那这就是你们的。So right now you may not understand what is the LoRa technology because maybe we will introduce that after the midterm exam of this class. But I think because for the previous experience, some of the students may need to configure out how to send the message through the LoRa. It may take time to practice. So at first, I would like to say here, this is our LoRa module, and oops, where is my launch? Oh, oops. Where is it? Where it is? I can find it. Sorry. Huh? I'm missing one component. Okay. And the other is USB. So first I think maybe I need to borrow with the one of the USB first. Okay. And so please go into the double E class platform and please open a website, a link. We already have a link with in a what a problem with my computer.